Ever wondered about the origins of one of history's most iconic leaders, Alexander the Great? A tale that begins in 356 BC in the heartland of Macedonia, Greece. Born to the royal lineage of King Philip II and Queen Olympias, Alexander was destined for greatness from his very first breath. In the royal courts of Macedonia, surrounded by the whispers of power and the promise of destiny, a legend was taking his first steps. Thus, in the heart of Macedonia, a legend was born. As a young prince, Alexander was not only trained in warfare, but also in the arts and philosophy. He was tutored by none other than Aristotle, one of the greatest philosophers of all time. This education was comprehensive, covering philosophy, literature, and military tactics. Aristotle's teachings broadened Alexander's perspectives, fostering a keen intellect and strategic mind. His lessons were not confined to books, but included practical knowledge and wisdom. This multifaceted education shaped a young Alexander, preparing him for the challenges ahead. Alexander's ascension to power was sudden and dramatic. In 336 BC, at the tender age of 20, he found himself king after his father's brutal assassination. But Alexander was no ordinary young man. With a mind as sharp as a Spartan spear, he swiftly consolidated his power. He quelled rebellions, eliminated potential rivals, and established himself as the undisputed ruler of Macedonia. This, however, was just the beginning of his story. At a tender age, Alexander found himself at the helm of a kingdom. With a secure throne, Alexander set his sights on expansion. The year was 334 BC when he launched his first major campaign. Alexander crossed into what we now know as Asia Minor, a decisive move that set the stage for an epic encounter. His strategic brilliance and formidable forces clashed with the Persian army at the Battle of Granicus, resulting in a resounding victory. This marked the onset of his legendary journey of conquest. Thus, the world witnessed the beginning of a legendary conquest. From Greece to Egypt, Alexander's victories were both swift and strategic. Sweeping through lands from Anatolia to Mesopotamia, his army was a force to be reckoned with. Alexander displayed a keen military intellect and strategic brilliance in capturing key cities. The city of Tyre, a strategic naval base, and Egypt, with its wealth and resources, were significant conquests. These victories were not just about expanding his empire, they were strategic masterstrokes, securing vital resources and establishing key bases for future campaigns. His victories were not just military successes, but also strategic masterstrokes. Alexander was more than a conqueror, he was a visionary. His ambition reached far beyond the boundaries of his empire and the thrill of war. Alexander dreamed of a world united under Greek civilization, a world where culture and knowledge flourished. This dream was not lost on the people of Egypt, who embraced him as a liberator, a beacon of hope. His actions reflected a deep understanding of the power of unity. Through his actions, Alexander demonstrated that he was not just a warrior, but a leader with a vision. But Alexander's journey was not without its trials and tribulations. His path to greatness was strewn with fierce resistance, most notably at the Battle of Issus, where his forces were heavily outnumbered. Yet it wasn't just external enemies he had to contend with. Betrayal came from within his own ranks, threatening to destabilize his reign. These betrayals were as much a test of his leadership as the battles he fought. Even in the face of adversity, Alexander's resolve remained unbroken. Undeterred by challenges, Alexander continued his relentless march. His ambition led him beyond the known world to lands uncharted by Greek knowledge. Central Asia crumbled under his might, its vast expanses becoming a part of his growing empire. Yet his hunger for conquest was not satiated. He ventured further into the Indian subcontinent, where he encountered fierce resistance yet emerged victorious. These conquests pushed the boundaries of his empire, marking territories previously unclaimed by any Greek ruler. His relentless pursuit of expansion changed the map of the world. But even the greatest of stories must come to an end. In the year 323 BC, Alexander's journey was abruptly halted. At the tender age of 32, his life was cut short, an unexpected end to an extraordinary tale. His legacy, however, lived on. His military prowess was legendary, his leadership visionary, and his ambitions of conquest echoed through the ages. Yet many dreams remained unfulfilled. Alexander's sudden demise left the world in shock and his dreams unfulfilled. Alexander's legacy, however, lived on. His conquests, which spanned from Greece to India, unequivocally shaped the trajectory of history. His influence permeated through the ages, his name echoing in the annals of time, inspiring admiration and awe for centuries. Alexander's legacy is not just of territorial conquests, but of cultural intermingling and exchange, of bringing the world closer under the banner of Greek civilization. Even today, Alexander the Great remains a symbol of leadership, ambition, and conquest.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.